Preface. It was around the middle of the 8th century, in a Wallachia troubled by needs and longings, when the endless forests hid band after band of outlaws, and when the dusty roads groaned under the harnesses of greedy boyars, and the heart of the country, where the hills undulated slowly towards the dense forests, stood the Golden Stag Inn, a sturdy building of stone and wood, with small windows and heavy shutters, smelling of resin and roast meat. Above the large oak door hung a crudely painted sign, with the face of a galloping stag, with golden antlers shining in the sun. The innkeeper, Costello said, was a round man, with a bushy beard and eyes always searching the roads, in his soul. He was both fearful and greedy, but he knew how to keep the secret of those who crossed his threshold. Next to him, the innkeeper, Linka, a slender woman with forest eyes and a mouth as sweet as honey, ruled the inn with an iron hand in a velvet glove. She took care of the food, the wines, and especially the more daring customers, because she knew how to guard her honor and not leave a bad word behind her. On an autumn evening, when the wind shook the poplar leaves and whistled like a wanderer on the roads, Rada, a beautiful gypsy woman you rarely saw, entered the inn. She had skin like a walnut kernel, black hair long to her waist, big and bright eyes as if she stole the stars. He was accompanied by a small band of fiddlers, but she was a gem. She played the kobza and accompanied her voice with a light dance, like a breeze. All eyes were on her, but Rada sang and played as if only for someone who had not yet arrived. And then, with a gust of wind and the creak of the gate, Vlad, who aims well, the most feared outlaw in the southern lands, entered the inn. Tall, with eyes as green as ivy and a black woolen cloak on his shoulders, he carried 2 pistols and a hanger with a silver handle at his belt. Behind him walked about a dozen other outlaws, all strong, with faces burned by the sun and wild looks. Vlad was known for his band, Sons of the Forest, men who robbed wealthy boyars and divided the spoils among the poor. The people loved him, and the police hunted him down without rest. When Rada saw him, her voice trembled for a moment, then she began to sing a song of longing and fire, such as had never been heard under the roof of the inn. Vlad stopped in the doorway, his eyes fixed on her, as if time had stopped. "Innkeeper, good wine and full tables," Vlad shouted, and everyone gathered the courage to laugh and worship. The evening stretched out until late, with songs, stories, and chiotes, and a shady corner. Vlad and Rada whispered plans. It was said that Rada knew all the secret paths in the forests, and that, under the veil of her song, she hid deeper secrets, about which roads were safe and where the princely palaces lurked. Those times were full of betrayals, of princes sold to the port and boyars who built their mansions on the backs of peasants. But on nights like that, under the roof of the Golden Stag Inn, the poor, outlaws and dreamers remembered that there was still beauty, longing,